Hello and welcome to this video. Today we are going to answer what are referred to as another traditional diversity visa applicant question. I refer to this question as traditional because it is one of those questions that diversity visa applicants go about asking every year. And the question has to do with their chances in the diversity visa program, their chances to be interviewed during the diversity visa program that they were selected for. So you usually have applicants saying their region and their case number, and then they ask what are their chances. Now, in the last two videos, I explained how two events in the past few years affected the course of the diversity visa program, and I indicated how the visa bulletin progression was also affected by those two events. Now, it is not only the visa bulletin progression that was affected, determination of chances of applicants was also affected. So the approach to answering this question nowadays is different from how it used to be answered in the past. In the past, for example, in case you had a low case number, even before the program began, we could tell you that your chances were high. Low case numbers had high chances. In case you had an average case number, your chances were good. If your case number was high, your chances were low, and so on. Then came in those two events that I spoke about in the last two videos. And since that time, as I said earlier, things have changed. Nowadays, in the diversity visa program, chances cannot be determined at long term. And the reason for that is the two events that I spoke about earlier introduced a number of other factors in the running of the diversity visa program that do not allow us to make predictions at long term. Let me give you an example. As I said earlier, in past years, if you had a low case number, automatically we knew that your chances of being scheduled for interview were high. But let's take the case of the Lagos, Nigeria Embassy during the DV 2023 program, for example. There were some applicants assigned to that embassy with low case numbers. Under normal conditions in the past, one would say that such applicants had high chances of being scheduled for interview. But throughout the DV 2023 program, the Lagos Embassy did not interview any diversity visa case. So in such a case, could we say that the applicants concerned had high chances of being scheduled for interview? The answer is no. Their chances were inexistent because their embassy did not interview any diversity visa case throughout the DV 2023 program. So, with the introduction of a certain number of factors, new factors I will refer to them as, in the running of the diversity visa program in recent years, your chances cannot be predicted or be determined at long term. We cannot be in November and say what your chances will be several months from now because of the new factors that have been introduced in the running of the diversity visa program. And that is why a lot of you who have been asking what your chances are, whether it is in your various diversity visa Facebook groups or diversity visa forums or anywhere else for that matter, you are not getting accurate answers to that question, but no one is telling you why that is the case. But the reason is simply because the new factors introduced by those two events cannot be determined at long term. So to summarize, we can say nowadays in the diversity visa program, when it has to do with the short term, then your chances can easily be determined. In other words, as the fiscal year unfolds and we get closer to realities surrounding your case, then your chances are determined. Anything that goes beyond the short term, the approach will be wait and see. That is how the issue of chances should be understood currently in the diversity visa program, and that is something that I wish you get to know as a DV 2024 applicant, especially those of you who have been asking questions concerning your chances at long term. And with that, we've come to the end of this video. Thanks for watching it. Look out for the next one when we will be answering yet another traditional diversity visa applicant question. Thank you. See you, God willing, in the next video. Goodbye.